Hi everyone, welcome. How's everybody doing today? So nice to see you all. I was on a little birthday hiatus. Thank you everybody who's shown up again. I really, what happened was 2 weeks ago, I got a new bed, right? Because my old bed was like 3 years old, and because of the tile that I have, it was like sinking in the middle. I had to get a new bed. So I redid my bed, right? And then I was like, I thought I was gonna go live that night. I think it was a Thursday, and I was so tired. I slept like 12 hours after I did my bed. And obviously, because I had a new bed, I really wanted to enjoy my bed. So then I wanted to go live the next week. And the next week, I was like, you know what? Let me just take a break for my birthday. So I took a break last week for my birthday. I had a great birthday. I'm officially 37 years old. Crazy. Crazy how time flies. I'm very grateful, honestly, because a lot of people don't make it to their 37th birthday. So I'm just grateful for another year. Um, yeah. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody's week going? I can't believe it's Wednesday, hump day. Oh, hi everybody. Oh my gosh. Hi Brianne. How are you? Nice to see you. I'm so grateful you made it as always. I'm so grateful for you. Hi Shiki. So nice to see you. Oh, I kisses all the way right back to you. Okay, so let's get started. We've been meaning to do this for 2 weeks. Thank you for your patience, everybody. I did just record an Epstein video, so check that out. Epstein files. Some of you, 87% of you wanted me to do it, so I thought it only fitting. Oh, Portia, how are you? Thank you so much. You know, Portia, I realized it wasn't your birthday. I thought it was around mine. It's Tessie's birthday. Tessie, I think, was like the 3rd of February. That's what I thought you were, Chris. Well, it wasn't you. It was Tessie. Who I was thinking about that literally the other day. Thank you for being a member, Portia. I'm so grateful. Really grateful for you. Okay, so good, thanks. Oh, I'm glad to hear good. So I took a week off for my birthday and I'm back. I just recorded 3 videos. One of them is members only, the Harry Styles album video, so check it out. Also, what else? What else? Yeah, that's about it. Anyway, so let's get into the Taylor. Oh, I also did an Epstein, like I said, Epstein files. There was something else. Oh, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. So I just did one about them too, because they're selling the house, all that kind of stuff. So I just did that. I might, if I get cut from work tomorrow, which I probably will, I'm gonna come live again. I think we'll see what I'm gonna talk about. I'll get into it. Because everything on my house is done right now, except. Oh, you're right. It's Samantha. Why did I think Tracy? It is Samantha. You're so right. Miriam is the 9. Thank you for reminding me that. Because I was like, I swear to God, there was somebody that had my birthday. And then when I was practicing yoga the other day, I was like, I think it was Tessie. Yeah, but it was Samantha. You're so right. It was Samantha. Well, tell her I say happy birthday. And Miriam too. But I remember the 3rd. And I thought it was you, but I remember it was somebody else. We're talking about high school. Everybody who's not in the mix. Okay, so I'm going to get into it. We're going to start off with basically what we're covering today is Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift and her shenanigans, and maybe not say shenanigans, but people she's had rivalries with over the years, and everything that's come to light recently about her being involved. Go back and watch my It Ends With Us videos. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm usually accurate. It's actually the tarot more than I am. We're almost 100% accurate. And I said Taylor Swift is way more involved than she's letting on. And I said that she had a huge role on It Ends With Us behind the scenes. We're going to find out. So all the text came out. I was accurate. Well, the tarot was accurate in saying that Taylor Swift was actually helping take down Justin Baldoni, like I predicted, if you go back and watch those videos. So just go back and watch it if you need a refresher. I've said this a lot. I love Taylor Swift music. Both things can be true. You can listen to somebody's music and not know them as a person, And when you find out that they're not that nice of a person, you can still like their music and know what they are. You know, she's very conniving. I've heard, because I used to be in the music industry, I heard stories about her. So I'm not surprised about everything that's come to light. Can you tell us about Taylor Swift and Jake Gyllenhaal? So I have said this before. I know somebody who knows Jake Gyllenhaal very well, actually his mother. So I don't want to talk about him just yet because I know that I can't tell why, but one day I will. Just not right now. I've done Jake Gyllenhaal videos before, but I cannot right now because something energetically is going on that I don't want to get into because it is his prerogative. And I do like to kind of give people space if they're going through something. So just for now, I have to hold off on Jake Gyllenhaal videos. I might actually not do Jake Gyllenhaal videos again just because I don't like there being awkward. You know, I do still deal with some people. I work for somebody famous, still deal with some famous people. It's kind of awkward. I'm like, have they seen the video I did about them? You know, it's awkward when I have to encounter these people in person. So I try to do videos on people that I know I'll never see. And if I do have a connection to somebody, I don't do videos on them just because I don't like to invade that person's privacy and I don't want to come across like a leech, you know. Hi, Patricia. How are you? Nice to see you. I'm glad you made it. Really glad you made it. So, thank you everybody for joining. We'll start off with Katy Perry. So, years ago, I don't know if you guys remember, this is when her whole Calvin Harris thing. We'll get to Calvin Harris next, actually. Calvin Harris was, well, Katy Perry, excuse me, let's start off with that. Katy Perry and Taylor Swift went through this rift. It was around 2016, so 10 years ago, when she came out with like Bad Blood. That album was basically as a diss to Katy Perry. Katy Perry had her version of that, which is Bon Appetit. Bon Appetit and Swish, 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 Bish. You know that song? Another one in the casket. I love that song. It reminds me of my old job. Oh my gosh. So they were kind of like rivaling each other. And Katy decided around 2019 or so that she was just going to bury the hatchet. And she said that she decided that she wanted to be friends with Taylor again and just let it go. So I want to pull cards to see the energy. Before I do that, actually, I want to read the charts to you guys. We'll start off with Taylor's chart. I've read her chart so many times. I should know it by now. But I don't. It's hard to remember people's charts. So Taylor, her sun is in Sagittarius. Moon is in Cancer. Her moon being in Cancer makes so much sense. Oh my gosh. The victim thing, the victimhood, wow, makes a lot of sense. I'm not saying all moon and cancers have this victim mentality, but when people have strong cancer in their chart, they tend to kind of victimize themselves. They have great qualities. Like I know a lot of sun and cancers that are so. One of my best friends, she's sun and cancer. She's so supportive. Cancers can be so supportive and nurturing and gives you such good advice. The one sign that I take advice from are cancers. Because as a sun in Aquarius, I have difficulty. Let me not say the one sign. But they're so good at giving advice without being condescending. They're really, really good at that. I've noticed that. And they've taught me a lot of empathy. So I have a lot of great things to say about cancers. But moon and cancers can kind of victimize themselves a lot. Her rising Scorpio. So she has a lot of water in her chart and some earth and Capricorn. The Capricorn is interesting too because Capricorn energy tends to want to dominate. So let's compare that with Katy's chart. Just gonna move this. Stop screen. Image file. No, hold on. Share screen. I haven't done this in 2 weeks. I feel like I'm an amateur. Okay, Katy Perry. I know she's a triple Sun Scorpio. She's triple Scorpio. So Sun Scorpio, Moon Scorpio. Wow, rising Scorpio, Mercury Scorpio. So Katy, from her chart, is very. Let me tell you something. Scorpio is my favorite sign. You know, whenever I see like somebody with a Scorpio tattoo, I kind of get jealous because like I wish I could put one on. I have no Scorpio in my chart, but I just love Scorpios. I don't know what it is. They're so I love the mystery. I love the intrigue. They're just so cool, Scorpios. So I kind of get jealous when I see. That's the only sign. If I weren't Aquarius, I would want to be a Scorpio. They're just so like cool, you know? But like, you know, like Slytherin, the house, the Harry Potter house, they're like Slytherin. They're so like cool. I don't know how to explain it. So when she fights with her Mars and Capricorn, when she fights, she has to get her point across. And I think she wasn't with her Mars and Scorpio. They weren't connecting. So let's see what happened. So let's pull what exactly happened. I don't know how you guys feel about that. What's your sign that you're jealous of? Because I'm very jealous of Scorpios. I think they're so cool. So what happened between them? Okay. Wow. So I get the strong feeling, this is intuitive based, that the Star, Two of Swords, and Three of Swords in reverse. Taylor was jealous of the attention that Katie was getting. I remember something about a background singer, a background dancer. I have a strong feeling that Taylor kind of sabotaged. She wanted to sabotage. She's something else, you know. She's really something else. She wanted to sabotage Katie by doing something to sabotage her tour. Something about a tour. To like, I get the strong feeling when Taylor is upset with you, she'll act like, oh yeah, everything's fine. And then, which has happened to me. I say this about Sun and Sagittarius. That happened to me. I had a Sun and Sagittarius friend where she was like, yeah, everything's fine. And then she backstabbed me. Yeah. Sun and Sagittarius can be like that. So that's what I see happening with them. So let me see the current energy actually before I get ahead of myself. Current energy. Yeah, she does. Brianna said Taylor Swift needs to go to therapy. She really does. And all the kind of therapy, because I've had therapists sometimes that are like, oh, you're just doing the best you can. No, she needs therapy. Like I had the first adult therapist I had was a guy, right? And he told me, you are ruining your life. He straight up said to me, you need to take accountability for your decisions. And it was so hard for me to hear that because I was so used to blaming other people. But I'm so grateful because it snapped me out of the victimhood that I was in. She needs that. She needs somebody to talk with her. So current energy between Taylor Swift and Katy Perry. So I think Katie is just playing along. Two of Pentacles, the 7 5 Wands. Katie's just playing along, but she's heard 5 Wands of other people being done wrong, clearly, by her. So she's like, oh, I wasn't the problem. You know, she feels vindicated. Like, so it wasn't me. I wasn't the one going crazy. Justice, yeah. Queen of Pentacles. She's like, you know what? I don't even need to say anything. Life has spoken. So, yeah. That's the current energy. Let's see the future, actually. I'm curious. Future energy. I think Katie's going to go to her wedding. 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, the Lovers and the Emperor. Katie's gonna go to her wedding. Wow. I think for Katie, her and I just got goosebumps when I said that. You know when you meet somebody younger, and I've had a few of these, you can just tell their behavior is childlike. So you don't really take it personally, you know? So I think that's Katy Perry to Taylor Swift. She's like, I'm older, I don't really care about, I have other things going on, I have a daughter, like, life goes on, you know? So yeah, that's what I see between the two of them. So let's move on to, who was I going to do next? Kanye West. Which I don't agree with Kanye taking her award. But I actually want to see why he did it. Let's see. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. um, but yeah, so I want to see why he took her award away. You know, there have been conspiracy theories that everybody has to thank Beyonce, which could kind of be true. That everybody has to thank Beyonce when they get their awards and stuff. But this was, I don't know if you know this, about 15 years ago, because it was like 16 years ago. I can't believe it was that long ago. Oh my God. Crazy. Absolutely insane. That was 16 years ago. Um, Kanye took the VMA from Taylor Swift. I'm just trying to still fathom that was 16 years ago. Insane. I could have had a 16-year-old child by now. Crazy. Is she in these rivalries out of immaturity and unconscious insecurity, or does she consciously enjoy pettiness and vindictiveness? I think it's both. I think it's both. I think she does enjoy it, but she's also so immature that it feeds her immaturity to stay involved in them. But it is conscious. It's conscious that she's in them, and she's unconscious of how insecure she is. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Sure. Okay, so let's get into. It's like the drama feeds her insecurity, which Calvin Harris told her that a long time ago. Like 10 years ago, Calvin Harris told her that. Wow, he read her. We'll get into that. But let's do the Kanye. So I want to just pull up, why did Kanye pull the VMA from her? Which I didn't like, but anyways, let's find out. He was asked, H of Wands, the high priestess, he was asked to do it by someone, like a manager. Someone asked him to do it. The Star, Ace of Swords. No, somebody asked him to do it. I wouldn't be surprised if Jay-Z asked him to do it. But like, set it up as a joke. I was like, oh yeah, you know, it'd be funny if you went up on stage. Because there was a time when Jay-Z had a hold over Kanye. Huge hold over him. Another Sun and Sagittarius. It's only now that I get older that I'm starting to like them. Because a long time, I did not. It's how I feel about Libras. I was the same way. Yes, yeah, you get it, right? Yeah. Vicious circle, exactly. And she's probably never gonna grow out of it. I did say what's going to save Taylor is when she's out of being close with her father. Her father has her on a tight leash, so she kind of feels like a child compared to her father. You know, it's like that. She's been infantilized, so in her infantilization, she behaves like a child because she hasn't really broken free from the person who has kept her in this cycle. It's very deep, actually. Very, very deep. So let's look at the charts really quick. I mean, we read her chart. I want to see his chart, Kanye, which I'm not the happiest with him right now, but same thing. He still makes good music. I didn't like his last album. It was absolutely awful. Sun in Gemini, obviously. Moon in Pisces. I can't see his rising. His Venus is in Taurus. His Venus being in Taurus is so tracking, and Mars in Taurus is so tracking. Yeah, lavish, likes lavish things, likes to spoil his partner. Yeah. So somebody set him up to, and I think it was Kanye. I think Kanye West. Excuse me, Jay-Z. So let's see the current energy. Six of Wands, Four of Wands, and the Emperor. I think that they've actually made up, and I think he will too be at her wedding. Her wedding, I believe, is going to be fake. I predicted that they're going to get married. It's going to be like a started event where a lot of celebrities are going to go. It's going to be very PR. But I think Kanye is going to go to her wedding. Kanye and Katie are going to be at her wedding. Intuitively, what I pick up. So let's see future energy. And it's kind of like to spite Kim Kardashian, because I think secretly she really doesn't like women. She acts like she's a girl's girl, but she's not a girl's girl. Very Sun and Sagittarius. Very, very, very Sun and Sagittarius. Two of Swords. Virgo, Sun and Virgo can also be like that sometimes, but Sun and Sagittarius I find can be extremely, oh, I'm a girl's girl, but the opposite. Two of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and Five of Wands. So that's the future energy, that they're basically just going to use one another for publicity. That's what I see happening. Okay, so let's move on. Who's next? Let me see what I have next. Does anybody have anything to say? But you know, she's going to be studied. In times to come, they're going to study Taylor Swift as like, who do we study like that? That's like a... Britney Spears will be like the Marilyn Monroe. I'd say should be like the John Crawford type. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if she like adopts kids and is mean to them. Honestly, with her energy, I wouldn't be surprised if she adopts kids and just like has to be. I know it sounds like I'm being mean to her. I'm sorry. I do still like her music, but I just have to keep it real, you know. And your Swifties, your queen is not queening right now. Let's just say that. Hi Jennifer, welcome. Okay, so who do I say was doing next? Oh, Calvin Harris. So this was like the epic. We'll go through his tweets too, because he had a lot to say. I'm going to use the Muse Tarot for this, by the way, in case you're interested. He had a lot to say. Well, he was not. He's just stating opinion. I know, thank you. Sometimes I have a strong personality, so sometimes I'm just very blunt. And I don't mean to be, so I like to see people from both sides. I just people like Taylor really frustrate me, because it's just like, get it together. We're the same age, 1989. We're the same age. I'm still just up to no good. Like, we're almost 40, you know? And I'm honored to be turning almost 40, or maybe 30. I'm going to be 40 in 3 years. But it's like, it's time to lay all that stuff to rest. You know, this is child play. Which we'll get to the Olivia Rodrigo thing, because I think that also was very intense. So let's see the past energy with Calvin Harris. Oh, first let me read his chart, because he intrigues me. I thought he was an Aquarius. I thought he was an Aquarius. I know she's dated a lot of Aquarius, but I didn't realize he was a Capricorn. Okay, so his sun is in Capricorn. By the way, I love Calvin Harris's music. Wow, I love his music. And he's only 5 years older than I am. Wow. I thought he was older. Sorry, lost it. Sun in Capricorn. I know he's Scottish. I thought he was English. Sun is Capricorn, Moon in Cancer, rising in Leo. I can see the rising in Leo, 100%. Venus in Sagittarius, and Mars in Scorpio. Mars in Scorpio too. I can see it. Because her Mars in Scorpio too. And you could probably see traits that he had when he was younger that she embodies, and it probably draw him nuts. You know, that's what they say. They say that the people that have these traits that we have that we don't like drive us nuts. So let's see what happened in the past. Okay. They had like a deal together. So I don't know the full story, but this is energetically what I pick up. They had Queen of Pentacles, the Devil, and Page of Pentacles. They had like a deal together. I think I've picked this up before. But like her dad got in the middle and stopped it. And there was some kind of deal of like a joint album or something. They were gonna work together. Oh wow. I'm dropping all my cards. But it's like they were gonna work together. Six of Cups, the Chariot in reverse, and the Temperance. So he wanted. She was just so young, you know. She's immature like this now. Imagine back then. And he was like showing her around, taking her to places, and she just was not. She took advantage of him. She took advantage of him. So let's see. Thank you so much for joining, Jennifer. Thank you for your comment. Can you please look if Taylor plans to get back together with Joe? So she's getting coffee with wedding plans on hold. I don't think she's the one getting cold feet. I think it's Joe. And I'm gonna do one. Excuse me, not Joe. What's his name? Travis. I'm gonna do one on them very soon. Yeah. Very soon. I'm going to do an update, but they're not going to get back together. He's done with her. He's Joe's very, very, very done with her. In fact, I see him speaking out against her very soon. And that's why I think she's being with Travis to protect. I've said this for years, since I lived in my old apartment. I said he is planning on speaking out one day, and she needs protection against it because what he's going to say is going to shock people. He's going to say she did some very mean things to him and was manipulative. He played his part too. I always said every relationship, it's 50-50, 60-40, 10-90, unless there's DV involved. But when he does speak out, it's going to shock because there's going to be receipts about what he's saying. He's going to say, yeah, we went to this event, and then people are going to corroborate, yeah, I was the waitress there, or I was, and people like Taylor, Blake, Ryan, they take help for granted, you know? Like they look down upon people that are in the service industry, they look down upon makeup artists, they look down upon people who work in service. And those are usually the ones that will come out and either save your reputation or they'll add fuel to the fire and say, you know what, she was mean to me too. As someone, I've met a lot of celebrities. I work for one right now, so I can't really talk about the person I work for. He's nice, he's very nice. I haven't met him personally and work one-on-one with him, but from what I've heard, he's very nice. But aside from that, I've met through this industry, through working and teaching yoga, different types of situations, being in big cities, I've met a lot of celebrities. And the one person who was so rude to me was Cameron Diaz. She was extremely rude to me. So when people came out with their stories about her, I was like, of course. I'm surprised people actually haven't come out with more stories about her because I've heard a lot of horrible stories about her. But anyways, I'm not talking about Cameron Diaz. I'm talking about Taylor Swift. But I'm just saying that people are going to corroborate Joe's experience that are like service staff, or because now with TikTok, anyone has a voice. TikTok, YouTube, everyone has a voice, not just them. So next we're gonna do Kim. Oh, should I do the future? Should I do the future? I'll do current energy. I keep forgetting. Sorry. When I read a comment, I get so distracted. So I'll do current energy between Calvin, and I'll do the future. Wow. So she's just, I don't see her seeing Nine of Wands in reverse, Page of Swords, and Five. So she's just not going to see. It's really weird. She's got such weird energy. She's going to keep denying. If Calvin Harris, I think he just gave up with her. He was like, yeah, whatever. She has her own version of the truth. And I think that's what I see, is that every time the past about them comes up, she's like, no, that didn't happen. She convinces herself in her mind, because all she's obsessed with is followed, being loved. You see this depiction of a face, two faces, and followers in the middle. So being two-faced because of her following. Wow. Really, really. So let's see the future for them. He's not going to be bothered with her. The Chariot, Page of Pentacles, and Page of... He's not going to be bothered with her. He's so over it. He's like, whatever, I told you guys who she was. Whatever. Okay, so let's move on to the next person that I have is Kim K. So I remember last year there was this, she had that song about her. I don't know, Taylor or something else. But I used the Pixel Soleil Tarot for this. It's very childish what she did. But let's see what the initial, I know Kanye was involved, but my sister was explaining it to me the other day. From what I gathered, not about what she said, but from what people have told me too, because after she explained it, I went and I looked at it, something about like, honestly, it just seems so juvenile, that she said she couldn't use it. Like, he said he asked her permission to call her the B word. And she said that he didn't. Is that what happened? That's what I gathered. Honestly, when the story comes up, I get so confused. Because I'm like, what are people fighting about? It's so juvenile. Let's see. The best thing in Hollywood, people's reputations are on the line. So but to me, I think it's just so juvenile. Like, I would not fight with somebody about something like that. But let's see. What happened? Intuitively, let me pick it up with the tarot. Oh. 5 cups, 9 of cups, judgment. So some kind of betrayal. 5 cups, 9 of cups, judgment. Some kind of betrayal. Let's clarify judgment. The Hierophant, 10 of Swords, and 4 of Swords. So she felt like the victim in this, Taylor. I don't know the full story, but Taylor felt like the victim. The Hierophant, Ten of Swords, Four of Swords. And she's been perpetuating this victim story. So let's see the current energy. If anybody knows the story, please feel free to let me know. Oh, I forgot to read Kim K's birth chart. Let me quickly read it. I know she's still in Libra, but I don't know the rest of her chart. But she is something else too. Most of Hollywood, the cuckoo. Sun in Libra, I'm in a Pisces. I could see him being a Pisces. Rising in Sagittarius. Venus in Virgo. And I could see her rising in Sagittarius. Because she also has that like sneaky. I think Sagittarius, my favorite ex is Sagittarius. So I think when they get older, they grow out of this petty thing, but they like petty drama. I don't know, it fuels them. I've lost Sagittarius, I know they like petty stuff. And it just, I don't have the energy for that. So let's see. The current energy. Okay. So, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Cups, and the Star. So, Taylor is going to reach out to Kim Kardashian's camp and apologize. Apologize for how she handled things in the past so that she can come to the wedding. The wedding is going to be a brand wedding, like a rebrand, that all the people she's had issues with, see, she wasn't the problem because now they're at her wedding. That's the energy. Well, that's if she gets married now, but I saw a wedding happening. I saw, just like with Selena Gomez, I saw a wedding happening. I saw a wedding happening because of everything that's happened with Blake Lively. Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the High Priestess. So that's the future energy of they're going to work together. The dad, what's his name? His name's Joe too, right? Her dad, Mr. Swift. He's going to get together with Kris Jenner, and they're going to form this whole deal of them being like friendly. They're gonna take an outing. They're gonna go out. They're gonna take pictures together. Do ice cream. I see them with ice cream. But they're going to kind of make amends. But lots of these people, I see Kanye being at the wedding. I see Kim being at the wedding. Katie being at the wedding. Calvin is like, F all of you. Which is something, I mean, as much as I drag the British a lot. There's something I like about British culture. They don't fake the funk, you know? If they don't, they're not going to do something to make themselves more famous. And I really appreciate that a lot. Okay, so who's next? Okay, so Olivia Rodrigo. And then we'll do Scooter Braun. I'm going to leave the best for last. Even though I love Olivia Rodrigo's music so much. I think she's so talented and sweet. She's only 23. I saw that, I'm like, but back then, that means she was like 17 singing that song? Deja Vu. I thought she was in her 20s then. Wow, that's kind of weird to have a kid like that. Yeah, she was, I think, let me read her chart really quickly to you guys. But did anybody else realize she's that age? I was so shocked that she was born in 2003. Okay, share screen. Deja Vu is like a 20s type of song. She's been singing that she's 17. But anyways. So, oh yeah, she was in that Disney. Oh, she was in High School Musical. Was she? High School Musical was when? 2007? So she was like 4? Yeah, I love Driver's License. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was 2021. So that was 5 years ago. She was 18. Wow. I suppose Britney Spears was 16. It's just so weird that they sexualize these kids. It's so sad. Anyway, so The sun is in Pisces, Moon is in Libra, Rising is in Capricorn, interesting, and Venus is in Capricorn. Okay, cool. So, which deck should I use for this? I'll use the Moon Child Tarot. About what happened in the past. So, I saw like a snip of a story that Taylor said she saw her music or something, but she took the credit for it, and apparently Vampire, Olivia's second album, is about her. I want to do a part 2 next week where we're going to include Charlie XCX, Billie Eilish, and a few other people, including Blake Lively. I'm going to do that. So just stay tuned for that. Next week we're going to do part 2. So Olivia Rodrigo, let's see. The past. Past energy. Wow. 6 of Wands in reverse, Strength in reverse, and Ace of Wands. So I get the strong energy, especially with Strength in reverse, that I think the song Vampire was about her. Wow. I get the energy. Wow. Because she has very strong energy, Olivia. It must be that Pisces. That she felt inferior to her. Like, she felt as though Taylor would make her feel inferior and would kind of correct. You know, there's those people, I stand people like this, that when you're in their presence, they correct what you have to say. If you say something like, if you say something, for example, like, I felt sad today, and they'll say, well, sad isn't a word. What did you actually feel? Those kind of people. I get the energy that Taylor was like that to her, where she felt like she had to prove herself to Taylor constantly, and she just felt used. So let's see the current energy, because I see Taylor's trying to make amends, energetically, what I pick up, that she's trying to make amends with a lot of people in her past to rebrand her image, because she's like, this doesn't look good if half Hollywood hates me. Half the people I encounter hate me. So let's see, current energy between them. So Taylor's going to reach out to her and offer her a peace offering. And tell her, I'm sorry, the sorry, I think, is fake. But let's see if Olivia accepts it. You know, Olivia is still very young. She's so sweet. She gives such sweet energy. The Magician. So Olivia's always going to have her guard up. I think she's going to accept it. She might even be at the wedding. But she's going to always have her guard up. Always have her guard up and say, you know what? I remember what you did to me. And I keep that in the back of my mind. So, let's move on to, last but not least, Scooter Braun, who I'm not a fan of myself. But you know what I was thinking? In all this, it ends with our stuff. Scooter Braun was funding Jennifer Abel, who was is in the mix of this lawsuit. Basically, Jennifer Abel is Justin Baldone's publicist. And she was the one that was with Stephanie Jones. It's a long story. But in a nutshell, I feel like Blake trying to take Justin down and use a PR campaign with Taylor benefited Taylor against Scooter, because Scooter was funding Jennifer Abel's media firm, her publicity firm. So it goes very deep. I don't know if I explained that well because I'm a little tired, but it goes very, very deep, and a lot of Hollywood is connected. But I think Taylor wanted to bring down Justin for more reasons than just to help her friend, because she doesn't like Scooter Braun. So let's look at Scooter's chart. I'm very interested. I believe he's a Gemini. I have done videos about them before. I picked up, actually him, I picked up that he's going to be in some kind of financial trouble. That he's like moving money around and stuff like that. I'm not crazy about him. I will say that. Just I don't know him personally, but the energy that I get from him, I'm not crazy about. He gives me very. That's the energy I pick up. I don't know if he is one, but that's the energy that I get. Okay, so let's see. Let's go on the internet. We get share screen. Ads. Okay, there we go. Should we fix that? These ads take up so much. Okay, there we go. Okay, so his sun is in Gemini, moon is in Capricorn. This is rising. He doesn't have an actual like astro chart thing, but I just pulled this up. Let's see, rising. No, rising. But Mercury is in Cancer, Venus is in Cancer. Interesting. So he keeps a lot of things bottled in. Which makes sense. I can see that about him. He's just not my type of guy. He reminds me of like those guys that like, I don't know, they're used to getting everything they want. I don't want to judge him, just the energy that I pick up. Yeah. Oh no, I'm dropping all my cards today. What's going on with me? Okay. So I need to open the tarot again. So let me pull up their past. I don't believe I've done readings on them. But I did pick up things going weird about him behind the scenes. That's when a lot of people were like distancing themselves from him. So I'm just cleaning like, getting like cards together. Sorry guys. Okay, so let me shuffle. Past energy. Oh, let me do this again. These cards. Whoa. These cards keep coming out upside down. I shuffled them 3 times. And I turned them around 3 times too. Wow, okay. Interesting. So 3 of Swords in reverse, the World, and the Fool. So he had like a business proposition for her a while ago. I get 10, 11 years ago. And she was like, I would never do it. She was kind of rude to him. I see energetic. She was like, I would never do business with you. He was like, okay. And I think that's when he bought her. He didn't buy just her masters. He bought like the whole. But the thing is that her father also made money off of that deal. So she can't. I don't understand why she only blamed him. But let's see the current energy. But it's like he wanted to do something with her. And she was like rude to him. He might have wanted to represent her actually. And she was rude to him. So let's see. Current energy. She's got problems, yo. She's really got problems. Ace of Cups. See, again, I reversed again, and I turn them around. This is so strange. Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups in reverse, and Three of Wands. So she is trying to get a feel for, like I said, she's in her forgiveness era, or in her making up for people era. She might even come up with a song that's featuring Katy Perry, featuring Olivia Rodrigo, like have a Kumbaya album, to save her career. All from energetically, what I pick up, all she's interested in is being everybody America's sweetheart. She wants to be the popular one. She wants to be America's sweetheart. She wants everybody to love her, and she doesn't understand that if you're a nasty person, that's almost gonna be. It's impossible. You cannot have two faces. Like the card I saw, have two faces, and so she's trying to get a feel for everybody she has feuds with to see who would publicly come out and say, "Oh, we're good," But he's not going to. Three of Wands in reverse, Ten of Cups in reverse. He's not going to because she's put him through the ringer. So let's see the future. By the way, I saw Blake Lively went to court today. Again, reverse. The moon. Why are there all these reverse cards? Wow, the Chariot, Five Cups in reverse. I think his energy is very blocked. He's got very blocked energy, and I wonder why. Let's see why his energy is so blocked. Okay, let me turn my cards around again. They're probably going to come up, turn down if you want. So weird. Whenever I get reverse cards like this, the person has very blocked energy. Wow. Wow. Let's see why his cards are so blocked. So his energy's blocked. Okay, he's going through a tough time. He got divorced, right? He's financially trying to build back his life again. I did pick that up before when I did a reading on him about his transferring funds. Ten of Swords, King of Wands, and okay, so he's trying to rebuild his life again. Again, I'm no Scooter Braun fan, okay, but he's trying to rebuild his life again. The reverse card, he's not even thinking about her. She's going to try to. She's so self-centered. She's a classic Sun and Sagittarius, let me tell you. A lot of Sagittarius, that's why I used to talk about it on my channel a lot before. They can be so snaky. Oh wow, that's really surprising. I thought she makes all her boyfriends sign NDA. He would, but at that point, everybody's going to support him, so he wouldn't mind signing it. He wouldn't mind. He wouldn't mind coming out against it because he'd just be like, everybody's gonna support me anyways, There's going to be that much vitriol, and no matter what she does, it's already in the cards. No pun intended. It's in the cards that her time she's been so nasty to too many people that it's her karma. It's coming back. And it's funny, she has a song about it. But this time it's happening to her, and there's nothing she can do to stop it. It's a game. It's end game, rather. So that's what I have, everybody. It's been so fun. I really enjoyed it. I've been so tired today. I'm so tired. I had a lot of energy when I woke up, and I haven't really done anything today, so I don't know why I just got so tired, but I just got really tired. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to take a bath and go to bed because I'm really, really tired. But I probably get cut from work tomorrow, so I'll probably be live again. If not, I'll see you guys next week. I have recorded a few videos. One of them is members only. It's a Harry Styles video. And the other two, one of them is really long. It's about the FC files. And the other one is about Jennifer Lopez. And Ben Affleck. What's holding up the divorce. How deep do you think that Taylor's trauma is? Oh my gosh, very deep. And it's tied to her father, mostly. It's tied to her father. So I think her father is very controlling. If you look at the mother, if you look at the mother's posture, she's very she doesn't really speak a lot. He's a very dominant person. Her dad. I've picked up her dad a lot from 4 years ago when I started doing readings on her. When I used to do readings on her and Joe Owen, and I said that just go back and watch them because a long time ago I used to do readings on them a lot. When they broke up, I predicted they're going to break up. I said that they had actually already broken up, and then I remember I was at the gym and people. I came out of the gym and I just had tons of messages and comments saying that they've broken up. But Joe will speak. Joe will speak. And when he does, everybody's going to be like, what? That's happening? That happened? And it's going to be like a reckoning. And come to Jesus for everybody to realize, like, I don't know why these celebrities think they're about other people. It's just bizarre to me, really. Because unless I'm all for, if somebody is rude to you, you have every right to be rude back to them. Obviously, it depends on the day, it depends on the time. You can't go around being rude to everybody that's rude to you because then you're going to waste your time, But I'm all about that. If somebody's rude to you, you have every right to be rude back to them. But when you're going out of your way to be nasty and rude to people for no reason, people are kind to you, that is very different. Very, very different. And that's the kind of character that I've seen in Taylor Swift. Where, well, she's going to get it. I'm telling you, the next 2 years for her, everything's going to come out the next 2 years. And then she's going to isolate herself. Really isolate herself. And she's going to separate from her dad. She's going to go to therapy. Then she's going to start to do the real work. And I said, she's going to meet the person she's going to live on a farm. She's going to live a completely different life if she chooses that, because it is intuitive based and I only pick up on what I see. She has the right to choose it or not, but I see her moving back to Pennsylvania, living on a farm, wanting nothing to do with Hollywood, and actually doing the work. And I say this all the time, Sun Sagittarius, when they get older, that's when they start to do the work. But sometimes, unfortunately, the damage has already been done. Like, people remember what she's done to them. And you can't go back. And it's not like being rude, making mistakes to one or two people, a few people. She's done it to a lot of people. And to spend almost 40 years on the earth like this, it's sad. It's very, very sad. So, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you everybody for joining. I'm really happy to have my first live after my birthday be so long. An hour with so much engagement. Thank you everybody. So next week I'm going to do part 2. Please recommend any names. I definitely am going to have Charlie XCX there because they had the issues. In fact, actually Romantic is about her, allegedly. And Billie Eilish, they've had issues. I did know someone when I lived in LA who worked for Billie Eilish, who said that Taylor Swift was out to would like manipulate charts, stuff like that. Beyonce does it too, but Taylor, Beyonce does it too. I feel like Beyonce and Taylor Swift are like the same person in different forms, really. And that's how they've been able to stay on top of the music industry. But the difference is that now we're in the age of Aquarius, and those kind of energies, you will be exposed if you are like that now. And it won't be pretty. It won't be pretty. So that's all I have, you guys. Like I said, I'll probably get cut from work and then I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, because I have a lot to do during the day, a lot. But I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. If not, I'll see you next week. Thank you everybody for joining. Does anybody have anything to say before I leave? Just any questions or anything? If not, replay crew, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I actually deleted my YouTube app last week, so I didn't reply to anybody's comments. But now I'm back, so if I missed your comment last week, I'm sorry. I had to take a break. I was like, let me just enjoy my birthday for real. No work, just heal. I hurt my foot, so I had to really heal my foot and enjoy myself. And also the Epstein files came out last week, so that was a lot. But yeah, stay tuned, everybody. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching.